Claude Code and Nano Banana 2 have changed everything about how AI apps are being built. And if you use them correctly, you can build an entire AI UGC team without writing a single line of code. And unlike every other Claude Code tutorial out there that just shows you how to build a basic app, I'm going to be giving you the full system, how I design the app, how I generate the blueprints for the app, and then how I turn those blueprints into the full app using Claude Code. And by the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to build AI shortcuts that will save you time, save you money on expensive AI tools, and also help you land more clients and make more money. So let's get into it. So this is the ultimate AI UGC ads team that we're going to be building today with Claude Code. And instead of me telling you how great this app is, let me just show you. So this app shortcuts the entire process of creating AI UGC ads like this one.
This is exactly why the Glow Wand, a brilliant red light therapy tool used by thousands of women that uses the same wavelength as professional clinics, has gone viral.
And it does so using the power of Nano Banana 2, Gemini 3, and all of Google's other models. So getting into the app itself, we've got two apps for generating characters. We've got two apps for generating scripts. Then we've got one for generating voiceovers, and then another for generating the B-rolls. So it makes the entire process of creating these AI UGC ads far easier, and you're going to see exactly why now. So let's generate a model first. So I'm going to open UGC Character Studio, and from here I can completely customize how I want my character to look across physical, style, scene, pose, and camera. And it's so easy, I just have to fill in each one like this. And yeah, to make it even quicker, I've got these presets here. Just click that in. Instead of ethnicity being French mixed with Moroccan, let's rather say she can be Norwegian. And let's just click on generate UGC character. And now it's going to generate our ultra realistic AI UGC character using Nano Banana 2. And a couple seconds later, this is what it came back with. And what I can do then is I can either download this image. Here's the prompt for the image if you want to use a different image generation tool, or I can save it to my model bank. So I can call her Sarah. Click save. And now it's saved to my model bank. And now I'm going to show you why this app is so powerful. Because if we go to the Finder and then go to models, all of a sudden we have all the models we've ever generated inside this bank. So every time you want to use one of them for an ad, it's easy just to click them in. And you can also do the same thing with your products. You can just insert your product and details about it and do the same thing with your scripts. So now when it comes down to creating B-roll clips, for example, I'm going to go to B-roll Studio Pro, select one of my products, select the model we just generated, Sarah, and then select a script. I'll just use this example for now. And then we're going to click on generate B-roll prompts. And within a couple seconds, it's going to generate all our B-roll prompts per each line of the script. So we can visually depict what our script is saying. And just like that, here it comes through. So as you can see for this line of my script, this is the lazy girl way to get a complete meal in 10 seconds. It's generated me 3 prompt options, which I can then go and click on generate B-roll image on all 3 of them, and let's just see what each of them looks like. And there you go. It gives me different variations of B-roll clips that I could potentially use and then animate. And look how good these results are because we used Nano Banana 2. Like if I zoom in there, all the text is absolutely perfect. But now you're probably wondering, how do I generate the script for this ad and how do I generate the voiceovers? Well, let me show you. Right, to generate a script, we want to obviously be modeling something that's already previously worked for a different brand. So I can drag and drop this one in. And this is from a completely different niche, but we can just take the structure. And then we can click on Breakdown Creative. And then Gemini 3 is going to analyze the ad for us. And boom, after a couple seconds, it's generated a complete breakdown of the ad. It's given us the transcript. It's given us a scorecard and what it thinks. And if you guys read through this, it's absolutely insane how precise this thing analyzes it down to, and it blows my mind. But anyways, what we're looking for here is the transcript. So I can save this to my bank, which is going to be Pet Lab example. Now when we go to Script Architect Pro and I need to paste in a winning script transcript, I'm just going to select the one we just saved from our bank. I'm going to select the product that we want. If I wanted to, I could edit any of the pain points, the USPs and benefits You obviously only have to do this once for your own products, and then I can just click on generate script. And look how quick that is to generate your scripts. With Claude Code, you can literally make these operating systems for any task in your business, and it just makes everything so quick. And just like that, we've got a winning script for our own product. So 3 signs your body is begging for real nutrition. There you go. We've just taken the script from the winning ad and applied it to our own product. Now what we can do with that is save that script. We can say Huel script 2, save that to our bank. And then we can even go ahead and send it directly to generate a voiceover. So I'm going to click send to Voice Studio Pro. It's really going to insert the script in there. And now this is basically like 11 labs where it's going to generate AI voiceovers for us. So I can pick any female voice. Let's go with, I don't know, later. And I can select the room ambience if I want it to be studio or small. Style instructions I've set as speak naturally, like sharing a genuine recommendation with a friend. And then I'm going to click on generate audio. And now it's going to generate the voiceover for our ad. And just like that, here's our voiceover. So let's give it a listen.
3 signs your body is begging for real nutrition. Number 1, you're hitting a massive slump every afternoon. Number 2, you're constantly reaching for sugary snacks. And number 3, you're struggling to hit your daily protein goals.
Boom. There you go. We can download that and then obviously edit it later. But did you guys just see how quick it was to generate one of these full AI UGC ads? Like that cut the time down from maybe 5-6 hours down to literally like 3 minutes. So boom. So now let me show you how you can build it for yourself. But if you do want to skip ahead and just get this exact app that I've developed without having to build it with Claude Code, you can go ahead and download it from my community in the AI Shortcuts vault. And it's this one, UGC Labs. Go down, click, and then obviously you want to download that. But for those who don't want the shortcuts and who want to build it in Claude Code itself, then that's completely okay. Let's get right into the live build. Right, so the first thing we have to do is we need to set up Claude Code, and we're not going to be using the terminal or any of that other complicated rubbish. We're going to be using Google Anti-Gravity. So go ahead and download that. And once you do that, you'll be greeted with this page. Now, we don't have Claude Code installed yet. So let's go to the sidebar and click on extensions. Over here in the extensions, search in Claude Code and it should pop up here. Click on it and then there'll be a button here to install it. But now that we've installed that, this Claude icon appears over here and we can just click that, close this, and boom, there's Claude Code. But let's just look at this interface. I mean, it's pretty simple. If you've never used Claude Code before, it's basically like a Claude chat, but just for coding. Hence the name Claude Code. Except you don't do any of the coding. You just speak to it in natural language and it does everything for you. So to start building this app, most people on YouTube will tell you, okay, let's go into this plan mode over here and let's just send in a random prompt and let's start building the app immediately. But that couldn't be further from the truth. That is so wrong. It is unbelievable. So what you want to do instead is go to normal Claude. And what we're going to do with it now is we're going to design our app. We're going to brainstorm the ideas, because sometimes apps like this come up with ideas that you couldn't have come up with yourself. And what this does well is it essentially takes our vision and just translates it into like a wall of text that describes exactly what we're looking for. Then we take that and we send it to Claude Code. Let me just show you. Now you could just use standard Claude Opus 4.6 and you could probably get an amazing result just asking it, hey, I want to build an app. Can you help me develop the concept and then build the files for Claude Code? But I did that at first and it took me so much trial and error to finally get a proper system that actually worked. And in my classroom, I've developed this Claude Code System. And what you want to do is go ahead and download this skill. And this is essentially going to walk us through the entire process of building these AI apps for anything. So today we're going to be building the AI UGC team, and this is a super complex app, and you're going to see how well this handles all of that. Then let's go into Claude. We're going to click on Customize. We're going to go to Skills, then click on Add Skills here, and then upload a skill. Then we can drag and drop our skill into here. It will upload and bang. Now let's start a new chat. Let's go into Opus 4.6 for the best results. And I'm just going to say, hey Claude, can you please build me a new app in Claude Code? Send that off. And now look what it's going to do. It's going to say, let me start by reading the relevant skill files to help you best. And it's reading our skill that we just imported. Now it says, great, I'm ready to help you with the design and build your app. I'll guide you through the full process. First, we'll shape the idea together. Then I'll generate the build documents for you. The build documents are like the blueprints that we'll then send to Claude Code, and it will generate the app for us. And you don't even have to worry about the prompts because it also gives us the build prompts. You guys are going to see this is by far the best thing you'll ever watch on YouTube this year. So obviously we want to build the AI UGC team. Let me just describe that out and I'll come back when I've got the full prompt. Right, so I just brain dumped the prompt in and this is what I got. So I want to build something called UGC Lab. It's a browser-based platform that looks and feels like a macOS desktop. Think dock at the bottom, menu bar at the top, desktop with folders. But instead of running normal apps, it runs 6 AI-powered tools that work together to create realistic UGC ads. And by the way, this is an extremely ambitious build, right? Most people will just show you how to create a basic app, but I'm showing you how to literally create this entire ecosystem in one app. I'm getting a bit excited, but let's ship this off. So I send that prompt in, and as Claude Code said, it's a seriously ambitious project. Before I dive into designing each piece, I want to make sure I'm up to date on the AI models you mentioned. Let me quickly verify what's currently available. And that's within this prompt. It's always going to research what's the latest AI tools going on, so you're always up to date. Then Claude's going to go ahead and describe the existing apps, right? So that's what I went and did. I just described each app in detail, exactly how you saw from the intro. I literally just brain dumped it down. So as you can see, UGC Character Studio, split layout, left bar has sidebar with 5 tabs, physical style scene. Then I'm going to go ahead and send that through. Then it gives me a whole bunch of text that you can read. And I'm not even going to read that because it's now asking me questions over here that I can literally just click what I want. So it says, when you open an app from the dock, does it take over the full workspace? Yes. Full workspace takeover. For the fun app, what should it look like? Sidebar with bank categories, correct. Where should the bank data be persisted? See, so for this, my current app is using local storage. So everything is just saved within my own computer. But you can obviously set this up with a different database. And if you do want to do that and have your data persist on the cloud, you can obviously say backend database with user accounts here. And this Claude will actually go ahead and do that for you. But for this, let's just go browser local storage. And I hope this isn't sounding too technical, guys, because it really is. It's pretty simple. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to code, and this process just makes it very, very easily. And also, if you don't want to go ahead and build this app yourself, you can just go ahead and get it from the community. So there's not a problem with that. Now it returns some more text, and you can obviously go ahead and read through that, see if it matches your vision. Like it's asking me now, does the OS shell design match your vision? So I'm just going to go ahead and read through that. Yep, this matches exactly. Great. Now the shell is locked in for each app. Now let's design each app out. So now we're going to work on designing UGC Character Studio together. Great. Now that the overall interface is locked in, it's going to go and develop the apps for us now. Yeah, for most other apps, you would normally only have to do one thing at a time. So it's super simple. You just literally go back and forth with it and say, yo, okay, no, maybe this feature would be better. And if we can use these certain parameters to get the image output, and yeah. So then, yeah, it gives me a full rundown of the entire app. And so far it looks to be muy bien. Yeah, beautiful. Do all the app designs match what you had in mind? Yes, they do. Now it's saying ready to move to phase 2. Now we've designed the full app with Claude Code, but check this out. Watch what happens when I click on the button number 1 and say, let's generate the build docs. It is going to generate all the blueprints for us like a 5,000 IQ engineer. in literally a couple minutes. Click. Watch this. Let me generate all 4 build documents. This is a big app, so these will be thorough. Let me start with spec MD. I always get so excited building things with this. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like if you've ever created an app in Claude Code and it works as well as it does, it's just like, oh my days, this is actually the future, and it's literally the now as well. That's the thing. Most people are always thinking, oh, AI's the future, AI's the future. No, like it's literally the now. We literally have to just speak English and explain what the hell we want, and it will just go ahead and do everything for us. I also recommend you guys get like a voice transcribe tool like this, because it just makes it so much quicker to brain dump your ideas in and kind of speak your mind instead of manually typing. Bang, bang. Couple minutes later, it's given us all 4 build documents and a summary of the build plan. And essentially what the build plan is and the prompts it's given us over here, for example, you can see how detailed this is. Oh my days, look how amazing this is. But look at all these prompts. I mean, guys, it's given us all the prompts we need to build this app out. It's given us the project spec, which is the entire app like blueprint itself. And then it's given us a style guide that we can use to create the aesthetics of the app. So let's see how that looks as well. And guys, we don't even have to think here. Just download all of that. Let's go back to anti-gravity with Claude Code. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to click on open folder. Then we're going to click on new folder. And let's name it UGC video test. And then let's click on open. So now we've created the folder for the app. And essentially what you can think of the folder is the plot of land that we're going to build the app on. Let's open those files that we just downloaded from Claude, and we're going to drag and drop them into here. Let's click on this Claude.md so this thing pops up. Let's click on this orange Claude icon to bring back the Claude Code chat. Right, so now we've got everything we need to build the app. And the next thing you're going to do is go to here. Make sure you're on edit automatically. And then I'm going to say, read through all the files and make sure you understand everything that's going on. And then after that, check the build prompts and start building from prompt 1. And I'm going to go and send that off. We've already done all the pre-work beforehand. So now this post work in Claude Code becomes super easy, and the result we're going to get from one-shotting this is absolutely amazing. Then while we're building, it's going to ask to allow certain commands. I just click on yes, which is why I actually like going to bypass permissions so it just doesn't disturb me. You do your thing, Claude. Go accept everything. Cool. Now completed. Let's see what it did. So, okay. That doesn't look too bad. And let's see if any of the apps are okay, coming soon. Yep. We're going to build those in the next prompts. So cool. But I'm actually curious, now that we've got a 1 million context window, I want to see if I can one-shot the rest of the entire app. So go through the rest of the build prompts, prompt 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and just complete the rest of the app for me, please. And I'm going to send that off. And I'm very, very curious to see if it's able to do everything all in one go. If it is, wow, brilliant. And that didn't even take too long. And it said it's built everything out. So let's go see. Okay, so let's first see Character Studio. And yeah, it got the basic flow right, at least. It's not bad. But obviously we want input panels over here so that we can type in the different parameters instead of just having chips. It's got the presets here. We click on generate. It should give me mock data here. Yes, save to model bank. Let's see character name. The Massimo. Save to model bank. Obviously, that's not the nice layout. Over here is kind of blocking it. But anyways, let's see if it works. Yep, it saves to my Finder in the Models tab. That's quite nice. Obviously, I can use it in different apps. I can edit it. Cool. Image DNA extractor. If I send in this photo, let's see. Okay, it's gonna obviously, yeah, that's not bad. That's cool. Animati Pro, I can just put in anything. Yeah, what about this random video. I can set decode creative. Yeah, that's actually, that's actually very nice. Very, 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 very nice. And yeah, it's pretty decent as a first run. And obviously, as you guys go through and see problems and things you don't like about the app, then you can obviously go and make changes. Everything I'm saying to you right now, what I don't like and just seeing if it actually works, is what I'd go and then send to Claude Code to iterate on this app. I'm not going to do it now because I've already built the final app, but yeah. Select the product, create new product. Let's just create one. Yep, cool. I'll put a basic flow in there. And yeah, it would work. And then, yep, this looks pretty similar to our exact app that it got. Obviously didn't include all the voices that we had. It would need a lot more polish, this seems. But let's just see. It generates the mock voiceover. And yeah, it seems to do that. Decode creative, I'm going to select a product. It's got the exact same kind of flow that we've got on our shortcuts. And create and select. Let's see what it does. That's also very nice as well. That is very, very nice. Let's click generate image. That might actually even be better than our one. No, it's not. But yeah, with a bit more tweaking, if I save that to the bank, let's see, it saves to the bank. Just with a couple more prompts, we could get this app from a 50, how it is now, to a 90. And then obviously wire it to Google Nano Banana 2, like my app did, which I'd go and do and send in prompt 7 now. But yeah, I hope you guys get the idea about how I build these AI shortcuts. If you want to get the one I showed earlier in this video, you can do that in the community below. Now you know exactly how to combine Claude Code with Nano Banana 2 to create the ultimate AI UGC ads team. But if you don't know how to create AI automations for your other business tasks, you're leaving serious money on the table. And that's exactly what we cover in this video. So check it out.